What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Today, just a couple hours ago on February 19th, Riot has announced Teamfight Tactics Set 3, the name, what the set's all going to be about, a ton of cool information that they put out in this little dev post. If you're a big fan of TFT, maybe you've already seen it, but if you haven't, I'm just going to be running through kind of some of the highlights and stuff, giving everybody this information really quick, so you don't have to read through this kind of wall of text and stuff. Also, sorry about the glare on my glasses. It might be kind of annoying for some of you, but this page is just so bright. They did the white background on this one rather than the black background they usually do, so I don't know about that. But anyway, getting right into the video, TFT Set 3, it's going to be coming out in about a month. It'll be March, sometime March, sometime around then, I believe. Also, the big thing about this set is it's going to be the set that Teamfight Tactics Mobile is released on. So hopefully this is a good set, because it's going to be the set that a lot of people play TFT on for the very first time. So if it's a bad set that sucks, could drive actually a lot of people away from the game. But if this is the best set yet, and it's an awesome, really fun set to play on, then people who are playing TFT for the first time are going to really fall in love with the game. So I think this is a really big opportunity for Riot, so hopefully this is going to be a really good set. So getting into it, set number 3 is going to be called Galaxies. Rise of the Elements is gone, Galaxies is on its way in. So the first thing is that the Elemental Hex system that came out in the Rise of the Elements, they weren't too happy with it. They believe that it didn't add enough variance to the game. It didn't have enough replayability. People were kind of confused by it. There was a lot of clarity issues since it took up an item slot. New players didn't really know what was going on, and they feel like they just kind of missed the mark. And I feel like that's how a lot of the community felt as well. I think people felt that set 2 was overall kind of a big disappointment. Set 1 was really great, really fun, really exciting. Maybe it's because the game was new, but maybe it's because it was just better. Then set 2 kind of saw people lose interest with the game a little bit. It wasn't as exciting, wasn't as fresh, wasn't as new. And Riot admits that Set 2 wasn't really their best work so far, so hopefully with Set 3 they've learned some things and are going to be just creating their best content yet, and that's all you can really hope for. You know, you have to take chances, you're going to make mistakes, you have to come out with new and better stuff. So here we go into the new set of Galaxies. What the kind of new thing is that for Galaxies, you are going to for certain games be thrown into an entirely different galaxy with an entirely different rule set. So they give an example of, in one galaxy you might travel to the Neekoverse galaxy, where everyone starts with 2 Neeko's help items ready to go. With everyone having this advantage, it becomes more about making strategic decisions around when and how to use your Neekos. They're gonna start with something like 2 or 3 galaxies, they said, and then as the course of the season goes on, they're gonna add new galaxies, take away some, and they said there could be upwards of 10 galaxies that you could have as an option for when you get into a game. The reason is they don't want the game to feel stale. They don't want you to just be able to look up what's the best team comp and then build that comp and auto win the game. They want to create as many different unique situations, scenarios, so you really have to be tested about thinking on your feet, making those snap decisions, and really rewarding players for playing that strategic aspect of the game. Now, this does create actually a lot of RNG in the game. It's going to be really crazy depending on which galaxy you go to, how the game's going to play out and shape out. And I think that does kind of take away some of the competitive nature and some of the ranked aspect and maybe the real best players winning more often. So maybe it takes away a little bit of the competitive integrity of the game, but I think it adds so much more replayability. And if Galaxies go well and there are a bunch of different fun universes to play in that really make interesting and meaningful changes to the game, I think this could be a really interesting Teamfight Tactics set that gets a lot of people excited and gets a lot of the people back playing and people playing more and more, which would be great for the game, because the player base and, you know, viewership and hype around the game has kind of dropped a little bit. But with the release of a new set, it's going to spike back up. People are going to give it a chance, and hopefully it's good. Another galaxy they're talking about is the 4-cost Carousel Galaxy. They haven't come up with a name with that yet, but it's going to be something like where all the champions on the carousel are going to be 4-cost units. And if you want to get that really good, really strong 4-cost unit, maybe you kind of throw the early game a little bit. Maybe you don't really care and you end up with just a worse off 4-star unit or whatever. But that would actually be really crazy to see all 4-star units on the carousel. Yeah, they just talk about how more galaxies are going to be coming up as the game goes on. And also, this set mechanic is going to be a lot more clear than something like the hexes on the map, giving you the different boosts and stuff that they gave you in set 2. I think this will make a lot of sense. You know, when you go to a different galaxy, however they show the rules is going to be interesting. You know, they're going to have to make that clear and well known to everyone in the game and stuff. But if they're able to do that in a very clean, very meaningful, useful way, then this set could be really good and interesting. It might be over the top. It might be a little crazy. Some people might hate it, but I hope people really like this. And then, yeah, they also said they want something that's going to be expendable. They said, you know, hexes, we came out with those. The first few we had at the beginning, they weren't really able to build off of that. They weren't able to add more as the season went on. They weren't able to take some away. They weren't able to create that variance over the entire course of the season. And they think with Galaxies, they'll always be able to add more stuff. Just remove stuff and just keep the game fresh and always exciting. So that's what TFT Set 3 is going to be all about. That's what the next season of Teamfight Tactics is going to be. It's called Galaxies. You're going to be going to different galaxies with different rule sets, taking on different challenges, and having to really adapt on your feet. And for Riot, success in this season would be different games on different galaxies playing out in unique ways, and that's how they will see TFT Set 3 as a success. Whether people are going to like that or not, that's, you know, still going to be seen. It'll really depend how well Riot is able to pull off this idea. But I think, in theory, this idea sounds fine. I think it sounds interesting. It sounds exciting. And if they're able to do a good job with it, they could kind of, you know, bring back that TFT hype. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Just letting you guys know about the newest TFT information out there, Set 3, TFT Galaxies, and just everything that Riot put out, all the information that's out there today that we know of. Again, it's going to be coming out in about a month, so sometime in March. Hopefully you guys are excited to play it. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this new set? What do you think about Galaxies? Are you hyped? Do you think it sounds dumb? Whatever you think, just let me know because I'm interested in hearing. Subscribe, stay updated on all my latest content. We got tons of news, guides, strategies, all of that stuff coming to you guys in the very, very near future. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next video, but until then, peace.